Hello everyone, how are we all? Sorry for the thumbnail that looks absolutely ghastly. Frazzled hair, already hot. Ooh, crikey. Can I just ask, what's the sound like? Please tell me, what is the sound like? Can we immediately, I just want to quickly establish if it's crackly or not. Is it crackly? Are we good? It's a very boring start to every single one. Someone can give me a quick yes, it's okay. That'd be lovely, it's good. Thanks, Skyleys. Okay, guys, how are we all? It's bloody hot. Look who's over here.
Just going to say hello to you.
Look who's coming in to say hello.
Where do I look? Oh, here. Hiya!
Yay!
I look worse than Mark. Look how hot I am. It's boiling.
Yeah.
I'm in the garden and I just wanted to say hi.
Hi. Say hi,
to you
guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
I'll leave you with Mum.
I literally just got a notification, literally came up on my phone, which is so cool, of a new podcast episode of Confessions of a Modern Parent.
Wow.
And today's episode, Mum, I blub like a baby.
Oh, no. I can't
You don't listen to
those.
any of our emotional stuff, do you?
No. I did
What?
one, but it finished me for the day. So,
Well, we actually talk about obesity and eating habits, and I get very, very honest, guys. So head over to Confessions of a Modern Parent for some truly, I was shocked by how suddenly
Emotionally.
sidebarred I was, or
oh, well, that
Yeah,
sounds weird. Okay, I will.
cleft in two. All right, anyway, Nanny Di's just doing some work before heading off. She's got to go to the doctors because she's got one leg longer than the other. Hey, Mum, on that note, come back. Do you, guys, can I just ask you, we were talking whilst we were in Cornwall, don't mention Cornwall.
Don't mention Cornwall.
Mum, don't mention Cornwall. Just say hashtag release the Cornish tapes.
Hashtag release the Cornish tapes.
Mum,
Yes.
Maddie and Kiki think that when you had your operation, you were given
The wrong size
the
kneecap.
wrong size kneecap that's made one leg longer. And you've done this test, which we featured in our vlog at some point, where you do the pendulum test.
Yeah, I did that with the physios after the operation. And after great concern and looking at me and trying both legs on a box, because you can test it
That's
better
right,
then.
yeah. You're sort of raised with one, and yeah.
But
what
it was the last session, and she said, I seriously think that you've now got one leg longer than the other.
Can you, is it like buying a dodgy bit of kit?
No.
Can you take it back?
No.
Is there a sort of warranty on it?
This is the situation. I mean,
No
realistically.
money back. Not that it costs you anything.
No, but in November I've got my follow-up, and
Yeah.
everything about it is good except for that.
Right.
And if I was to say that and to say, could you go inside my knee and do something about it? Mark, I'm too old.
Right.
They wouldn't spend the money, to be honest.
But it was
when
only
they've
6
got
months,
me-
it was only 9 months ago that you had it done.
No, I know,
It
but
would be seen as a correction. If Teddy's not too old to have stents put in, surely you're not too old to have a correct... I seriously think you should think about... Look, Michael, kneecap refund. I think you're in your rights to query the length of your leg, because the knock-on effect over the next 20 years will be your whole body will go out of kilter.
yeah, well, already my back's
I
not
personally
so good.
would.
Well, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it all, and
Yeah.
I'll try.
I bet they don't often get someone saying, I want my old knee back, please.
No, I don't want my old knee back.
Yeah.
But
Bridget Smith, my mother-in-law had wedges in her shoe when she had it done.
yeah, no, I already wear wedges. Wedges.
Orthotic.
I
Or not,
can't
is
say
it
that.
what are they called? Orthotic?
Orthotics,
yeah.
Because, and this is totally boring, so I'll get off the subject. The foot on that same. Oh, you tell them, Mark. It's so boring. I mean, my foot is wrong, so it's the foot.
Yeah,
down
she's
the
growing
other.
another foot out of her foot.
Yeah.
Anyway, say goodbye to the subs. You can't just walk off like that.
Goodbye,
Shuffling off.
subs.
Did anyone see Nanny Di's Ewok photo? Did you see the photo I posted of you on my
Oh my God,
Instagram
look at the
last night?
state of me.
Check this out, Mum. This
don't
will
look real.
make you laugh. Did anyone else go to Mark_Adderley to see? I think it was a very, very funny image. But Mum, you were clearly separated at birth from Warwick Davis's alter ego.
We're nothing like each other.
You look identical. You're holding the same spear. You've got the same headgear, and you've got the same eye bubbles.
Spear and headgear, yes. But
Look,
nothing
even
else.
Izzy's liked it.
Oh.
Hey Izzy, if you're watching, Izzy, leave us a comment. Go on. Hopefully seeing
She'll be at
Izzy
work now.
next week.
She'll
Yeah,
be- I
no, and
think
you
she
saw
watches
Izzy
it
last week, didn't you?
afterwards. Yeah.
You saw Izzy, Nanny Di saw Izzy 2 days ago, and I spoke to Fleur last
And
night.
she was
so nice.
observing social distancing to the.
She was observing social distancing to the core, as are we.
Oh,
Ow! Guys, hit the thumbs up icon for Nanny Di. Come on. I think she deserves more than 79, don't you?
Yeah.
How are we all? I know what you mean though. It's almost too hot to press the thumbs up, isn't it? Oh, it's too hot to kind of. Right, say yes or no if you're finding the heat unbearable. Say yes if you're finding the heat unbearable.
You will when you go out.
I'm having a very hot coffee, which is almost too hot to handle. Yes. It's already, I was up at 6:30 this morning, and at 7:30 it was freezing. No, it wasn't. It was boiling hot in the park. Oh no, Flossie Frith, no. Oh, not in New Zealand, of course. I'm assuming everyone's in the UK. It's going to be something like 35 degrees today. Laurel Nichols, it's making you... Oh, iced coffee. Laurel Nichols, making you sleepy. Michael, that is a good shout. Iced coffee. Joshua Pilling, love it. No, love it. The garden, already I looked out in the garden. Everything's like that. Everything's like, can't take it. I'm made for the heat, Reese Roberts. That sounds like a strap line you should have emblazoned across your forehead. I'm made for the heat.
I used to be made for the heat, but I'm not anymore.
Look at that, Carol Aviard. It's cold in Adelaide. Oh, and here's the thing, guys. I really want to get back to Australia, but at the moment, I don't feel like we could even go back to Cornwall.
Or Manchester.
Well, let's not even talk about Manchester. Right, can you say yes or no? Is anyone watching now who's impacted by the what we call the northern lockdown? It's not a full lockdown, but the northern sort of tightening of regulations. Say yes or no. 15 degrees in New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I love New Zealand. When I think of going to New Zealand, yes, okay, Sally 4X, Steph B, Emma Kerwood, you are. Nadia's good. She's in a very hot studio doing a half-hour loose women, I think, today. Victoria Helm, oh, quite a few. Your sister Debbie's in Manchester. So, yes, that's a curious one, isn't it? Clearly, okay, here's another one. I love the yes and no's. Who feels the government isn't telling us everything they know about coronavirus at the moment? I.e., are there more worrying signs that they're not sharing with us? Yes, if we think they're not telling us everything we should know. Your dad lives in Oldham, Kelly, Faith Goodman, lockdown, how did they tell you? Was it 3? Yeah, I'm curious to know how they told everyone. Absolutely. Oh, so yes, definitely, Dragon Rose. You do feel, everyone feels they're not telling us everything. Police stopping people going on the beach in Devon. Almost everyone feels they're not telling us everything. That's interesting. Todd the Bunny, Mark, they don't know anything. That is a very interesting point. They're not telling us anything, but they also know nothing. I mean, Nadia asked the question last night, which I thought was a fair question, is how much more do we actually know about any of it? I mean, how better equipped are we now than we were? You know, I mean, we're still, at the end of the day, we're still basically saying, don't wash your hands, don't go next door, don't be inside with people. I'm popping down to check out our local cinema, just to see what the lay of the land is. Wow, caravan park near you, Bridget Smith, has 27 new cases. You see, that pub incident in Staffordshire merited a news headline, didn't it? But I think these cases are probably blowing up all too often in too many places. Oh, that's an interesting point. It's Eid, isn't it? And do you think there's a coincidence that it's Eid and they're locking down the north? That's an interesting point.
Is it Eid?
Yeah. Who knows what we're allowed to do on Saturday when shielding finishes in England? We have been in since the 16th of March, Gemma Brooks. Hi, Jacqueline Frost. Miss One Trisha, I'm just imagining how packed the beaches will be today. I know what you mean. A warehouse in Avonmouth, Bristol, 29 cases, Millie Parfit. Good God. Good God. I feel very fortunate that there are very low numbers around me. Where are you, Chelsea? Amazon warehouse cases, Michael. Christ. Does that mean we should, do you think we should be washing our hands still? Hi, Cami Eggett from Utah. Salt Lake City or anywhere near there? Nicole Muck 98, raining in Ireland. Isn't that just the thing? Victoria Helm, I heard via news, I don't get why private gardens are a no-go, yet beer gardens are okay. It's curious, isn't it? Why, I mean, are they saying gardens? Well, you know what? I was listening to LBC driving back this morning, and I haven't got a lot of time for Nick Ferrari because I think he provokes arguments for the sake of it. But he made a very interesting point. They were doing a sort of a quick fire quiz about various scenarios and whether they were within regs or out of regs. And given we were caught in confusion around the regs, nothing's really clear, is it? Still, Mum, are you clear about the regulations?
No.
Are you clear what you can and cannot do?
No, we just listen to you guys.
What bubble are you in?
Your bubble.
How many households do you count as?
1.
How many people can you commune with in a garden?
This is getting too mathematical for me.
How many people can you commune with in a garden?
I have no idea.
Psst, there you go. How many people can me and Nadia meet in a garden? Someone tell me now. Sue Wood, Nadia's dad and mum are doing just fine. Thank you very much. It's about as clear as fog. Confusing. No, not clear at all. 6, Shelley Moss. So we can commune with 6 people or 6 households?
Oh.
Paul Honeyman, 8. Arms Jams, 4. Anne Murray, you're joking, 30.
Therein lies the problem.
8, 6 households in your garden. So here's the thing, there's no recognition of the size of your garden. So if you have a small garden with 6 households in it, you could all be much closer to each other than, say, just meeting 2 other people in your house. I mean, I know being inside is the main problem. Depends where you are. The government have no sense of planning or strategy. I thought it was a maximum of 30 for a gathering. Oh, okay, so yeah, 30. 6 single households. Up to 30 for a wedding. But can you declare that a meeting in the garden is a wedding? But not in Leicester. 10 in Spain. 2 households, 6 people, Lisa Barton. 2 households, 6 people. 6 people, not households. This is like bingo. It's like bingo, isn't it? I mean, I feel, it's funny, as I see all the answers coming through, I feel I get close to the answer, 2 households, 6 people. But I think the devil is in the detail, isn't it? I think no social situation suddenly runs at us, does it? But social situations can develop for the best of intentions. And I think that's where we were caught with the whole Cornish thing was, no one's necessarily actively flaunting the rules or flouting the rules or whatever, in a sort of provocative way. But people can genuinely get caught out where they think, oh, well, we'll make sure we're socially distanced, we'll make sure that you're part of this. Do you know what I mean? So I think a lot of people are struggling to make sense. I think what needs to happen is a reiteration of the guidelines and a letter to every household. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's me whittering on. So Northern Lockdown. Who thinks the Northern Lockdown is a good thing? Put good or bad if you think it's right that they've done it. Just say good or bad. And whilst you're at it, hit the thumbs up icon, guys. Go on, hit the thumbs up. We're going to have a chat about some of the other news knocking about. Good. It's a good thing. Yeah. Okay. Good if really needed. Yeah. Where is Witty? Good question, Selena Lou Fogg. Makes no difference, Suzanne Stone. Yeah. So hottest day of the year. Outside of whether you're working at home or not, has anyone got any plans for the day? Anyone got any plans to how to deal with the heat, perhaps? That's a better question. Are you going to be going out? Are you going to be working outside? Are you going to be going to the park? Are you going to be going for a swim? What are you going to do? I'm just going to have a sip of Diet Pepsi Max. It's terrible, but I need something cold. We're all being controlled by an idiot government. Jules Claire 9. I mean, I'm of the opinion, I genuinely think that, whatever government is, this is a mistakes-laden era. And I think everyone is forgiving of mistakes if you just own them. And I think the government would do well at times to say, look, okay, we thought this, but we need to do that, or we did this and we need to do this, and perhaps in retrospect we should have done that. I think a bit more humility would be good, and we'd all accept it. We're very forgiving, actually, as a nation, I think, when it comes to that. Or swimming, Susanna Bonita. Miss One Trisha, you think the lockdown should have happened earlier? Thing is, whenever a lockdown happens, there was always time before it. So one could always suggest it should have been earlier without really knowing. There has to be a moment, doesn't there? And you can always say it could have been. So it's a tricky one again, that. I was just drawn to and curious about, there's a number of stories flapping around today. It's holiday season, isn't it? The streets of London, just outside and out and about, even on the roads, is so quiet here. I don't know if it is anywhere else. So you've got I can't work out if it's a double whammy of people working from home coupled with what would have theoretically been the summer holidays. So you haven't got kids going to school and all of that for real, you know. But it seems so much quieter even than any normal summer. Because I'm assuming most people are on the very edges of the country by the sea looking at the water. Now, I'm slightly worried let me just got to quickly check something. Just 1 second. Okay, let's go. But look, here's some sort of curious stories. Holiday nightmares. I used to do a series years ago called Neighbours at War. Oh my God. Holiday nightmares. Staycation families losing out. Oh, hang on. As cottage owners, cottage owners cancel bookings. Now, this was an interesting story, this. Holiday makers who've rented properties for staycations have had their plans ruined as owners cancel their own trips. Families who've paid thousands of pounds for accommodation have complained after receiving emails telling them that the flats and houses they've reserved are suddenly unavailable. Most people have paid their full amount of money. And I think this is a genuine concern across the board. You know, how many people, even in this country, are going to lose their money on holidays? I have to say, I'm of the opinion that yes, we all, you know, and we got away and NADIA was really keen on us getting some time and we managed to do it. I'd be really nervous. I was really nervous about doing it and I'm really nervous about doing it again. I think we all have to hunker down, try and make as good as we can with the gardens we've got and the local areas that we live in. I do worry that, because I'm just worried that people are going to feel the pinch when, you know, post-corona, if there is ever a post-corona, but post-intensity, once the financials and furloughing stops, we're all going to feel the pinch more, and to be hit with a double whammy of more money being lost. So I think, yeah, lots of people have already spent their money on these holidays and they might lose it, but I think I would really urge everyone to reconsider booking anything at the moment, just until we get some clear visibility coming out of the summer. And of course, we're all feeling that thing. I get it. Everyone's thinking, well, what if it's gone by September or October and we haven't had any part of the summer? You know, how do we entertain our kids and all of that? So it's difficult, but there's all sorts of, so you've got families losing out as cottage owners cancel their bookings. There's something else I saw about holidays. Holiday nightmare as Brits arrive at Spanish hotel to find building site. So people, a trip that cost $4,500, they get there and they discover that the hotel's a building site. Now, stories like that on series like Holiday Nightmares have always run. It's always been like that. But I guess we're just going to get more and more of that. And there's nothing worse. And, you know, I've had this when we're filming sort of outward bound stuff for Channel. There's nothing worse than landing in a place with very little infrastructure or a foreign country of any form. And suddenly your accommodation's gone. Because, of course, you have to sleep somewhere. So there's such a lot of vulnerability around all this. And I think even Jet2 have encouraged everyone they've flown out, having said they've got to fly everyone out, they've encouraged everyone to come back in case they might not be able to fly them back, haven't they? Sorry, I've just got to go and just check that door. Just 1 second, you might stand at the door still. Oh, no. Sorry, my phone was saying he was still at the door. I realised I didn't go for a shirt today. I was too bloody hot. I think it's best that no one makes any holiday plans for the rest of the year. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, I've got this flight booked that me and Nanny Di had for New York, and I'm having to negotiate with Virgin to see. They want me to commit to the dates of it before the end of October. But we don't know what's going to happen in September, do we? And what about the November nightmare? Yeah. Tricky, isn't it? Tricky. So, what other news have we got? Did anyone else see the story about Donald Trump trying to postpone the election? He's now gone back on that, but it did strike me as quite amusing. It was a sort of mini Putin moment, wasn't it? The worry of fraud, I think, around postal votes and all that kind of stuff. I noticed that they cut out of the Sky News papers last night to go to him. I have to confess, I mean, it's a guilty pleasure watching his rambling nonsense sometimes on television. But, I mean, I've never known someone ramble so much last night. We were all over the place. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, as he was talking about this, he seemed to be doubling down on this idea that he was wanted to delay the election. Now, the thing about America is, I think generally there's a problem with the whole mail system, and I do think there's going to be an issue with this year's election. Not to the point that it should be delayed, but I think they do need to interrogate their system so that it's a bit fairer. I mean, there seems to always be sort of huge litigious quibbles, doesn't there, about whether people actually have the right to vote or can vote over there. It's curious. It's curious, and the sort of leading example of democracy, and they can't even get the simple administration right. But here's the thing, I do remember, I was in Iceland with Izzy when the election results came out and Trump won. I stayed up all night, bless her. Izzy was next to me in bed in my room. We'd stayed at the hotel, and we'd eaten a load of Pringles. She wanted to stay up, but she fell asleep. And the queues outside the polling stations were massive, were absolutely massive. So I could well imagine that couldn't happen again now. Really couldn't. I heard Donald Trump has got Parkinson's disease. Is this true? Winnie Bigham, really? No. I'm not going to grow my... Well, here's the thing. That Maddie and Kiki want me to grow my hair long, but Nadia doesn't want me to. But I'm a bit nervous about getting my hair cut. I mean, I don't understand. We can't be with certain people, but someone can cut my hair. I don't understand. Alison Fisher, you like it short? I like it short. I like it short. I like it long. I don't know. Shave it, Shelley Moss. Bloody hell. Anyway, I thought that was a curious story, the whole Donald Trump thing yesterday. I thought that was very strange. But apparently this morning he has reversed on that. He's no longer doubling down on it. You look younger with it short. Yeah, I know what you mean. Do you like my t-shirt? Don't know what it says. It's kind of... Don't know what it says. It says something funny. It's that sort of weird look that looks like it's wet. I mean, I have to confess, I got back in this morning. I was sweating. I was dripping with sweat. So that's about it really in terms of news. It's Friday. There is going to be a vlog going up later. We know there's a vlog's going up later. Sorry, I'm just getting loads of texts and things like that. A vlog will be going up later. I'm not entirely sure how much or of what. I think a Green-Fingered Hell went up last night. I'm going to be testing the cinema later today. I think me and Nads have got an evening to ourselves to have a bit of a date night tonight. And Borman's, I am not getting a nubbins, a man bun or a nubbins. I'm not going to, can you imagine me with hang on, have I got enough? Oh, I have. Look, I've got enough for a nub. Oh, look. I look like I've got enough for a nubbin. Yeah, nubbin head. I might grow a beard and start using beard oil. Apparently a beard is a really unhygienic thing, isn't it, for COVID, I've heard. Anyway, and also the other thing is I've got to do my bloody workout at some point today in this heat. Can you believe it? Bloody hell. Anyway, so there's lots of Green-Fingered Hell stuff coming. Obviously, I need to edit it. We've got the Sunday show to shoot. We haven't even shot it. It's been such a busy week this week. So lots of content coming. If you haven't joined the channel, do join the channel. The Sunday show will be going up again on Sunday. And the Members Live, we're still working out whether we do the Members Live tonight or whether we do the Members Live tomorrow. We just need to check a couple of other commitments we've got tonight. But anyway, we love you muchly. We love you muchly. And we will see you later. Okay, guys, have a lovely day and stay cool. Stay cool, San Diego.